anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective for today. A collective for today. Today is Sunday, July 6th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Why does that look weird? It looks like I have like some big bump there. Kinda. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Ancestral Magic Oracle by Nancy Hendrickson, illustrated by Stacy Williams, NG, from La Panetere. I actually like this one. It's got a plain front on the cards, and then it's got like retro artwork on there, retro pictures. I like it. It's not the same shite, you know what I mean? We got, I think, 2 on the table. Yes. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I didn't drive to the lake this morning because it was supposed to rain. And it's rained like twice, like a sprinkle. Like I literally sat outside for like an hour trying to soak up as much sun as I could that was like back and forth. Like say now you can see there's some sun coming through. But I didn't go to the lake because they're like, oh, it's gonna rain from like 9 p.m. last night till like 9 p.m. tonight. No, it's not. I even sent a message to Weatherbug, and I was like, it's not raining here. Like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, it's sunny. It's been sunny for like an hour and a half. Because I literally, when I pulled up Weatherbug for Round Lake Beach, it's like, oh, it's raining. I'm like, no, it's not. And I kind of feel bad because I realized that like they lost some of their funding for weather research and all that stuff. So like weather technically can't be predicted as good as it was, even though was it ever really predicted that well? I don't, I'm just saying. But yeah, it just sprinkled like a few minutes ago for like maybe 5 minutes. Now it's done. And I didn't go this morning because I thought, well, why would I go? There's not going to be any sun up there. Now I'm thinking maybe I'll go Wednesday, but I think it's supposed to rain Wednesday too. Is it? Is it gonna? We got 4 on the table. Okay, this is interesting. If you were expecting a love read, I don't think this is a love reading. 5 on the table. Let's do 2 more shuffles here. Okay, let's do one more. Let's just do one more just in case. Last shuffle. Last shuffle. Okay. I knew it. I knew it. What's top of the deck? Top of the deck is Divination, Achiever, and Medium. Visionary. Warrior. It kind of goes along with what I was going to say for this read. So let me show you these cards. We got Hereditary. We've got Muse, Kitchen, Elemental, Chakras, and bottom of the deck, the Holy One. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this is not a love reading unless you want to consider the fact that this is a reading that is supposed to make you love yourself, if that makes sense. Which it should. I mean, if it doesn't, then email me because we'll talk. You should always love yourself. Bubbles, knock it off. Sound like you just broke something glass. Probably did. Someone inherited something, a gift. With the top of the deck, right? Medium. Let me see again what it was. Divination, achiever, medium, visionary, warrior. You could have inherited something from your father's side. You're a spiritualist. Someone's a spiritualist. Someone was meant to. I just heard be in front of a camera. Someone was. You know how hard it was for me to start doing these videos? I hate doing lives. I did one live on TikTok once. I hated it. Hated it. I mean, you get used to it, but still, like, Someone is meant to be a leader. Someone is meant to show the way. Someone is meant to be a driving force for God, for spirituality, for angels, for their their dearly departed loved ones, right? Their ancestors. Someone is meant to cook shit up. Someone is meant to rock the boat. Someone is meant to get in the kitchen and create. Someone is meant for bigger and better things. The elemental just goes back to spiritual for me. When this card fell out, that's what I saw was spirituality. Elemental, getting back to basics. Getting back to the reality that the Matrix doesn't want you to see. You know, I try not to talk about politics too much. Every once in a while I talk about it. And I hate to call myself a liberal because I would vote for a Republican if I thought they were going to do our country some good. And I have voted Republican in the past. I've said that before. Typically I vote Democrat because they just align with my morals and values. That's just, how it is. But right now in the US, right, especially right now, we're seeing a shift. And every day, thousands and thousands of people are waking up to the fact that our government is not for us. Unfortunately, whether you're Republican or Democrat, Congress, the House, the judicial system, it doesn't matter. Everybody in there, unfortunately, bows down to the almighty dollar. And who has the almighty dollar? Right? Billionaires, trillionaires, Vanguard, BlackRock. They control this country. They control the world, honestly, when you think about it. And I think people are waking up every day to the fact that, like, it's not working. Like, we're backsliding. Like, we did not pay attention in history class. We did not listen to the teacher. We did not take down notes. We do not remember anything, apparently, because we are going back in time. We are losing, literally losing years every day because the US is in a decline spiritually, politically. People aren't out there fighting for their fellow humans. There's a lot of people out there that only give a shit about themselves. How are we supposed to fight the system if we can't work together? When you think your enemy is a Mexican, when really the enemy is the trillionaire taking all your tax dollars from you. Like, people are not, they're not getting it. But then again, there are people that wake up every day and realize, like, this is bullshit. This is a total bullshit. Whoever this is, if it's you, someone else, like, this is someone realizing that there's a lot more to what's going on than just one person's story. Like, everybody's story counts. Everybody's story matters. And when you wake up and realize you're not the only person on this planet, and there is so much more to fight for than just yourself, like, we all need to band together. Whoever this person is, this is someone that is, like I said, they're a leader. They're going to show the way. They're going to fight for the people that don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're going to fight for the people that can't figure out that they need to fucking fight. This is someone that's balanced, someone that keeps balancing themselves out. This is someone that works on themselves constantly. And I'm not just talking physically, like chakra wise, I'm talking like mentally, emotionally. You have to be completely balanced. Here, here, here. Earth angel, divine entity, God, goddess, human, scientific experiment. I mean, call them what you want. And don't get it twisted. Don't, don't, the Holy One. We're all human. If you're here on this plane, you're human. Whether in a past life, on a past timeline, you were an alien, you were an angel, it doesn't matter. You're a human here. Other people are going to look at this person as holy, as someone to follow, as a leader. Whoever this person is, they're not going to feel like that. Because again, this is someone that looks at the good for the whole of humanity. Like, this is not someone like, oh, me, like, look at me, I'm so great, like, I'm perfect, I'm an angel, follow me. No, this is someone that, like, looks behind them and they're like, who are you, like, where did you, like, why are you humble, demure. I know we were joking about that at the beginning of the year on TikTok, but not a saint. This is someone that would speak the truth. This is someone that would be honest about themselves, right? Like, you want to follow a person that exudes the energy of, again, just being a human. Like, I don't want to follow somebody that's like, oh, I'm perfect. Like, I'm the best. Like, nobody can compete with me. Nobody can compare. Blah. I'd have nothing to learn. Like, I know everything. Follow me. Who wants to follow that asshat? Like, who wants to follow that idiot? We all have everything to learn. Every day we wake up with the capacity to learn something new and to teach something, right? That's what humanity is all about. That's what being a human is all about. I always what do I always say to you guys? If you follow me, if you subscribe, if you watch on a pretty consistent basis, every morning we have the opportunity to wake up, to put out good intention, to be a better person, to do better. Do we always do it? No, because again, we're human. We falter, we fall, we make mistakes. We learn from them. We grow from them. We change from them every fucking day. Like, we talk about this. My head is buzzing right now. Every fucking day, we're healing, right? I've used this example, I don't know how many freaking times. The lady at work that I had the argument with in November, and I said, "Oh, I treated her like she treats everybody else, and how she treated me. I treated her like shit." Guys, I treated her like shit. Do I treat people like shit? No, I don't treat people like shit. I'm a nice person. I'm a good person. I mean, there's kind of a difference there, but whatever. I'm a good person. I don't do that. I thought about that for days, weeks. I still think about it. That was last November. That was right before Thanksgiving. We're coming up on a year, baby. I still think about it because I still take away from that event, from that interaction. Every day, every week, every month, I have takeaways. I learn, I grow, I change from that one event. That one event changed my perspective in so many different ways. And it made me realize, like, okay, like, I validated the experience originally, saying I treated her how she treats me. I treated her how she treats everybody else. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how she treats everybody else. How did I treat her? Because the way I treated her, that's not who I am. And I deviated from who I am. And I don't want to do that because I'm not that person. And I've said to you guys before that in the past, in 2022, when I left the ex best friend, when I left the guy that she was setting me up with, that she was secretly fucking around with for I don't know how long, when I left my other two friends at the beginning of 2023, I just walk away. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I may have asked the ex best friend for an explanation and got very little in return. I walked away. It'll be 3 years this October, this November, since I walked away from that asshat. And that's me being nice. That almost 3 years since I just thought, fuck it, I'm walking away. Cold turkey, no contact, see you later. Meaning, see you up there, or down there, or whatever you believe. That's what works best for me. Just fucking getting up and leaving the table. Fuck it. You're gonna treat me like shit and sexually assault me, set me up with some loser that you were sleeping with, and then I got him. He's my man. Yeah, he was always your man, apparently. I mean, I don't know. He wasn't my man. I could care less. Almost 3 years since I just got up and walked away. No regrets. And I've said this before, I will never contact her. I will never have anything to do with her. That's what works best for me. Looking people in the eye, nodding my head, turning around, walking away, knowing that I am never going to tell that person anything personal ever again. I am never going to have a conversation with that person other than, "Hey, how you doing? Great? Okay, great. Bye." That's how I am with a lot of people at work. "Oh, you're doing good? Fabulous. Back to picking, back to packing." Because I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want people to suffer. I don't want people to starve. I don't want people to die out in them streets. Oh, it's raining. Like, it's really raining. Um, but I don't care. Like, you did what you did to me. You did what you did to our relationship. You put me in a spot where I had to choose between you and myself. And if you thought I was going to choose you, you are sadly mistaken. Because when I separated from the ex-husband, and I even told the ex-best friend this, I'm I'm done. I'm done putting up with people's shit. I'm done making excuses for people. I'm done taking people back into my life that don't deserve to be there. And she did what she did to me, knowing that I said what I said, she was thinking that she could push me and I wouldn't push back, or that I wouldn't leave, or that I wouldn't have the balls. No, honey, I had the cojones. I walked away. That's what that was. Whether she realizes what happened, whether she's pissed off about it, whether she's upset, I could care less. It's none of my business. But I realized what works best for me is walking away, not causing a scene, not acting like the person that I'm interacting with, just shutting my mouth and walking away. And what is that phrase? What is that phrase that they say? You don't need to tell people why you're walking away. They know what they did to you. Something like that. It's true. It's true. I mean, think about it. I had this interaction with this woman in November, and I'm immediately, within like minutes, hours, like judging myself for it, because I realized, like, that's not how I should have behaved. You know? Good people do that. Good people use those experiences to grow, to change, to heal. I don't know what she's doing over there. She's a mess. I feel bad for her because she literally, her life is a mess, I think, but she doesn't do anything to change it. She doesn't do anything to grow. She doesn't do anything to heal. So she's going to be stuck there, you know? I can't do anything about that. Her and I had 2 conversations earlier that year, about her past, her family, that kind of thing. And because I was talking to her about my family, like she can give out the advice, but she can't take it. Like she doesn't know how to correlate that to her own life. When I give out advice, it's because I've used my advice. I'm living my advice. When I tell you to go no contact with a narcissist, it's because I went no contact with many narcissists. Don't call this person holy. This is a human. You're a human. If this is you, if this resonates, you're a human. You're not better than anybody else. You've just been given a job by God, and you need to fulfill it. And if this isn't you, maybe it's somebody you know. Maybe it's your next door neighbor. Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your cousin. Maybe it's your fiance. I don't know. This muse card, whoever this person is, they might have been like subliminally That's a hard word to say when you're 45 and you have no speech skills, apparently. Um, Taught to be a spiritualist, meaning like if they inherited something from like a grandmother or grandfather or something like that, the father card was at the top of the deck. So it could be along the father's side of the family, but it still could have been a female. Okay. Um, and it doesn't really matter. Energy is energy. But what I'm saying is somebody could have been taught certain and specific things as they were a kid, as they were growing, not really realizing what they were being taught was how to grow, how to heal, how to change, how to live a divinely guided life, how to live for humanity, live for others, right? And I'm just going to throw out an example. Maybe you did know. Maybe you did know. I think I've talked about this before. Both of my dad's parents grew up in Wyoming, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay. They came from nothing. Like my grandmother's father was a traveling salesman. Her mom, I'm pretty sure, just stayed at home or had like odd jobs in the community, right? Stayed home and raised the three kids. My dad's father, they were like ranchers, farmers, and their family specifically, I don't know if they sold their ranch or they lost it. I have no idea. They ended up moving, to town in Cheyenne instead of, living out on the land. They still had family that had, cousins, stuff like that, that had farms and ranches and things like that. But they moved into town. And I don't know what my grandfather's parents did after that. I just know that they were not wealthy by any means. Not at all. And there were three kids, I think. There might have been more. There might have been, some passings. I'm not too sure. Um, but I think there were three kids. My grandfather was one of them. My grandparents met and got married. My grandmother was 2 years older than my grandfather, which was a big deal at the time. Like she was considered like a cradle robber. Um, they came from different religions, different backgrounds, right? So that was weird. They were like, "Oh, you're a Methodist and we're a Presbyterian." Like, my grandfather became a plastic surgeon. He went to Northwestern Medical School. He served in the Navy. He was a doctor in the Navy during Vietnam. I think Korea. I think both. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay. My grandmother was a secretary for an admiral. They were stationed Maryland, San Francisco, the Navy base outside of Chicago, off Lake Michigan. My grandfather delivered all the babies at the Navy base for like 5 years here in Illinois, in the northern suburbs. Great Lakes Naval Base. He was a plastic surgeon at a Lake Forest hospital. He had his own practice. He retired in 89. They moved to Arizona. He retired a few years early. Not crazy early, but, early enough. He did something with himself. So did my grandmother. She raised three kids, put him through medical school. Never once did they ever think that they were better than another person. Even when they lived in Lake Forest and had their beautiful house in Lake Forest, never once did they say, "Oh, I'm better than that Mexican. I'm better than that black person. I'm better than that other white person. Like, I have money, they have nothing." Never once, ever once. In fact, when my grandparents retired to Arizona, my grandfather was teaching part time at the local college down there, and he was teaching Mexicans to speak English. People that were coming over the border, people that were seeking asylum, people that were seeking citizenship, whatever the case may be, he was teaching them English. He did that for, I think, 3, 4 years, something like that, to keep him busy. They always donated to charities and gave things away, and they were some of the best influences on my life. Some of the things that I learned from them, it didn't feel like teaching at the time. It didn't feel like I was a student at the time, right? But when you're surrounded by people and they teach you these amazing things and they teach you these amazing ways of life, that's what you learn. That's what you go with. You know, my aunt, my dad's youngest sister, who's still alive, she lives in Fargo. Very earthy, very Mother Earth, a botanist. She used to work for the government on a grant. She taught me to love nature. You know, and don't get me wrong. Like I went through a period where I was like, I don't even want to go outside. Like I don't know. Now I can't not stand. I can't stand not being outside. I love being outside. Take me to the water. Let me sit out on my deck and enjoy the air and the sun and the breeze and the trees and the birds. Throw me down in the mud and the dirt. I don't care. I'll roll around like a happy pig. I love it out there. If it wasn't for mosquitoes, and I know mosquitoes have a purpose, but they really drive me nuts. Last night I thought I was going to be eaten alive. I was trying to watch the fireworks. Thank God it started to rain because then I went inside. Then I think it drizzled for like 5 minutes, and then I was like, I learn a lot of what I know from family, friends. We all do that, right? I'm their muse, they're my muse. I learn from them, I grow from them. Hopefully, I teach them something. Whoever this is picked up a lot of their knowledge from ancestors, their loved ones. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I've rattled on longer than I actually wanted to. I'm not going to lie. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. And again, if you feel like this is you, fabulous. I love this for you. Awesome. Don't let status go to your head, okay? I'll talk to you later.